Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before I get into this video, I'm going to apologise sincerely for not being active on YouTube for nearly 6 months. A lot's happened in 6 months, but I just want to let you guys know I'm in a good place. And if you've been following my Instagram and my art account on Instagram, you'll know I've been doing a lot of art recently over the past few, say 6 months give or take. Because if you look back through my videos, you'll see I did an art haul a while ago, and that's sort of when it all began. So I thought a nice interesting video for you guys, I'd show you through my sketchbooks and talk a bit about them. So I have got these in no particular order, but they are dated in the covers. So this is the first sketchbook that started about, I don't know, this one's not dated, but this one was years ago. So the initial page of this, these are all just sort of tattoo style doodles. So that's the first page. This sketchbook I find really cringy because this is when I was like using felt tips and drawing popular logos, which I'm not too happy about. You can see my terrible attempt at a cat. These were pushing about 5 years old, some of these. So looking back, it's quite embarrassing. I don't really know why I'm watching. This one is sort of getting more recent in the book. These are about 2 years old. So here's Batman. And that's about, there's this one, which is an eye. This is one of the pieces that's when I started getting back into art and started learning what I was doing rather than just sort of replicating things I saw. So that's sort of my turning point in my art. The rest of this book is sort of strange, to say the least, so I'm not going to show any more of that. But I'm going to start with, this is my first sketchbook. I started this one on the 11th of the 9th, 2016, so the end of last year. And this was, I bought some pencils and this book in Fielders, which is an art shop in Wimbledon, and I thought, let's get back into this. This is on the first page. This is a dream catcher. I saw a picture of this on Pinterest and I thought I'd give it a go, like sort of copying the drawing because it's amazing and I love it. And it turned out relatively well. I'm still proud of that. A few pages in, we have this, is yet again, I was really into drawing feathers, so this is a compass and sort of some cute little feathers. If we go in a bit further, I get to things like this skull with some roses, which was sort of when I wasn't too great at flowers, but I've always been into skulls, so these are some of the pieces I like looking back at. Oh, what way? And then I did a mermaid. She's a bit dodgy and she's got hugely disproportionate breasts. Then this is when I started working with watercolour pencils and trying some different art effects. And I know it's going to be backwards in the camera, but it says, "Art is to console those who are broken by life." And I cannot remember whose quote that is, but I love that quote. So that's the reason that is in there. Move on to an image I found on Tumblr and wanted to recreate. A lot of my pieces are mental health based or have generally got a deeper meaning than initially perceived. This was when I started working on yin and yang, and I thought this was just a really cool random design until I turned it upside down and discovered it looks like a rooster. So, you know, that's double art. And that's virtually it for that book. And I completed this on the 21st of the 9th, so last year. So that's when I was working through that book. I then moved on to some of these ones. This one I began on the 1st of the 10th, 2016. And I went in again with another eye, a crying eye. This one, which is a Coke can, a crumpled Coke can. I quite like this. Working with sort of unusual objects is fun. This was more work with watercolour pencil, and it says the best is yet to come. So I was in a bit of a weird place when I painted / drew this, and I do like it. I then classily drew a packet of cigarettes, because why not? I went on to do some other somewhat strange things, like this dragon eye. And some sort of darker pieces. Darker, not mentally darker, I mean darker in sort of colours. I stuck with the purple theme a lot throughout this book. I drew some Dr. Martens because, well, hey, my favourite shoes. This piece I'm really proud of. It was sort of me trying to summarise mental illness and some of the things that were going on in my head. So this was done when I was actually in a not so good place. But looking back, I'm still really proud of it. Some teacups. I was feeling Alice in Wonderland inspired. And that, again, is the bulk of this book and sort of the bulk of things I'm willing to share. I've got 2 left. Trying to work out what one came first. 4 for the 11th and the 19th of the 9th, so I'm not quite sure where this one came into it, but they're all around a similar time. This one is some silhouettes, a silhouette of a woman's legs through a keyhole. This one is a swallow. A bit strange actually, but I have a phobia of birds, so drawing this made me quite uncomfortable. And having a phobia of birds isn't great. This Medusa inspired piece, I'm not happy with how it turned out, but I liked the concept, so that's why I'm sharing it. This is a torn playing card, and it says, "I am broken but not weak." And that is a line from one of my poems. I'm desperately trying to remember what poem that's from, but when I remember, I will leave a link to that poem in the description box below. The back of a lady. This is yet again another mental health inspired piece, sort of showing how the darkness can make you feel very small. I think I got inspiration from that. I saw something very similar, if not identical, on Tumblr or Pinterest. This was when I was listening to Sia a lot, so I thought, Sia hair, you know, the wig. Back to work with some colours now, and this is a ballerina. And I don't often work with colour, so for me to work with colour, I feel a bit nervous about it. And this is a portrait I did of, it's not very good at all, of my great-great-uncle Brendan Behan. Brendan Behan was a famous, look, I've touched that page and my fingers have gone. But Brendan Behan was an Irish playwright and author, so with my writing links, I sort of really like drawing Brendan, learning about Brendan, especially it being part of sort of my family and heritage as well. I then moved on to drawing some lilies. Lilies are actually really significant flowers to me. My great-grandmother, I knew her sort of most of my life, up until I was about 12, 13, and she was a wonderful woman. She lived till she had a very long, fantastic life, and her middle name was Lillian, so everyone called her Lil, so that's why I love lilies. They remind me of her, and she absolutely loved flowers, so that one was a bit of a tribute to her. A skeleton mermaid, because I've got a bit of a twisted mind. And yet again, that's about the bulk of this book, and I completed this on the 27th of the 10th. So now on to our last book. I was trying to keep this video as quick as I can, but I realise it's nearly 10 minutes already. But I'm gonna crack on. This is a torn woman and her shadow. That I can't even give an explanation for. This is a skull crossed with butterfly and flowers, because why not? The thing with art is you can pursue whatever you want and do what you want, because it's subjective, and if you enjoy doing a piece of art, I believe that's all that matters. The end result isn't really relevant. This one, which I still love, which is just the chest and a chin of a person. I did that very quickly. I worked on that real quick. Then I did some more sort of focusing on necks and face shapes, and that's when I sort of started to get more interested in the anatomy. I drew an Xbox controller because why not? This was just a basic face, and it didn't go too well, but a face I just started drawing. And as the caption of this, I did this on the 15th of the 11th, 2016. And I've written, I tried to focus on building a face shape by using shading to create depth. So, then I moved on to this We're All Mad Here, an Alice in Wonderland Mad Hatter Tea Party drawing, which I love. It's brilliant. I want to copy it and colour it, because I feel like that'd be fantastic. And this is sort of the sides of the brain. I've got the left side and the right side. So sort of like the creative, colourful side, and then the sort of more academic side of the brain. That was yet again something I saw on Pinterest, and I like to copy. A human heart. It's a hand and a skeletal hand, because hands are something I really struggle to draw. Hands, I can't make them look like hands. And an elephant, and I think this is the end of this book. Yes, that is nearly the end of this book. I've got this one, which is To the Broken, which was a strange piece. I was in quite a dark frame of mind when I did that one. And that is it. So I've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sketchbooks and sort of showed you a selection of what's in them. I by no means think I'm good at art. I share my art because I like to show people what I do. I don't personally consider myself to be good at art, and I'm not posting this for either approval or criticism. Art is something I do as a hobby, and it's no more than that. I'm going to leave links to my art account and my Instagram art account down below, so if you are interested in keeping up with me on my art journey and watching what I produce, then that is going to be down there. So thank you very much for watching, and I do really apologise about the 6-month break, and I will be uploading much more regularly now. So for those of you subscribers and viewers that stuck around, you mean a lot to me, so thank you. And I will catch you guys very soon, no doubt. Bye guys!